Good evening, welcome. We're in the bowels of backstage here at PortAventura in Spain, and it's the night before the start of Dscoop 2019 here in EMEA. And I thought I would start with the glamorous part of the show, which is to show you lots of plates, boxes full of plates, which can only mean one thing, that we're expecting lots of people over the next few days, and we've got to feed them all, because you can't expect us to come here on a lovely sunny day and not get some beautiful food. So fortunately for us, we're going to be very well looked after. And there's a whole heap of wine glasses in here as well, which gives me a suggestion that there may well be some Spanish wine to be had as well, which is a particular favourite of mine. I've always enjoyed Spanish red wine especially. So we're going to take you and have a sneaky peek of the setup for the showcase. As we wander in, people disappear on me straight away, which the second they see a camera coming, everybody runs away. But what we're going to do is have a wander around, see if we can find anybody to talk to, show you what we're up to, show you what's being planned for the next 3 days. And of course, this is a fantastic show that's been going on for many years now. It's a particular favourite of mine. I love coming back every year. It's the first time I've been to PortAventura, so I'm looking forward to riding the roller coasters over the next few days. These guys are all busy setting up, so we won't interrupt them because they look as though they know what they're doing. And we're going to have a quick wander over into the Dscoop area and show you what's planned for the next 3 days. So really, when you come back tomorrow, you'll see all of this full of people talking about innovation, talking about inspiration, talking about lots of things that can be done now. The applications this year are unbelievable. Everybody's gone to town this year. It's much more about what the print does rather than what print is, which I think is hugely important for a show like this. And you can see here the Dscoop area. We'll be back here tomorrow interviewing some very special guests that we've got lined up over the next few days. You'll see some interviews that we're going to record and play out on the website over the next few days. So there's so much to look forward to. It's always the best part, just the night before. It's a little bit like the night before Christmas. Everybody's very excited and a little bit tired as well, if I'm honest. So, but as we pan round, you can see just quite how big the Solution Showcase is this year. We've got a great setup. There's a couple of guys at the bar there that we'll go and grab in a second from Dscoop and say hello to. But everything is in place. All we need now is some people. And I think that's what we're expecting over the next few days. Lots of people. The bar upstairs is already busy with some partners. There's a nice reception happening on that level already. And by this time tomorrow, this place will be absolutely packed. We're coming into the HP zone now, which is where all of their Inspiring Inspiration Award material is going to be tomorrow. Still in the middle of setting up. But as you can see, if you have a quick look along here, you can see all the stuff that's going to be on show. It's a fantastic show, really. Certainly is one that I look forward to coming to every year and meeting some great people. We were in Orlando a few weeks ago, if you remember. We've been all over the world in the last 3 months with Dscoop, and this is the final show of the season for Europe, and I think it's going to be a great one. Let's have a wander down. Oh, everybody's disappeared now. So you see, I told you, tell them there's a camera and they run away. But we're going to have a wander down here and see what we can find. The Inspiration Awards are going to be presented, I think, on Thursday night at the party. We've got some virtual reality stuff going on down here. Guys are busy setting up. And then rather interesting this year, there's the Innovation Wall. So these people on here are going to be talking over the next few days just a little bit more about what the applications are and what they mean and what they're for. And I think that's hugely important so that the people at home get an understanding of exactly what this print business is all about. It's not just about ink on paper. It's so much more than that. So there's my good friend there, Jason. He'll be talking later on this week. And there's a great lineup of education sessions this year as well. I'll be hosting a couple of panel discussions, which is going to be good fun. Always look forward to that. Oh, there we go. See, I told you it was live. People are beeping. Good evening, sir. How are you? What? I'm really well. Tell me what you're doing at the moment.
I'm unpacking this to show you a little bit of our material.
What have you got lined up for us over the next few days?
We will talk about paperboard from Iggezon, Invercoat primarily, and what that can do for packaging and digital.
And will you be looking forward to the party?
I will leave before that.
No.
Yeah, so I will miss it.
That's basically illegal.
Be there. Yeah, I know. It's bad.
Well, have a great week. I hope you have a good show.
Thanks. Thank you.
Nice to see you. I'm going to mind that so I don't trip up. This is the only downside of doing this on setup night is there's boxes everywhere. So it's always a little bit of a trip hazard. But as we wander down here, we're getting into this sort of the ABG area, and I've been told there's something really rather special lurking over here under this black cloth, and I'm not really sure what it is, and I'm not really supposed to look either, but I think if you maybe just a sneaky peek under there, no more than that, otherwise we'll get arrested by the print police. But ooh, there's something rather special is going to be unveiled in here. They always said in the Wizard of Oz, don't look at the man behind the curtain. Well, the man behind the curtain is under here, so that's going to be fascinating to discover. Lots of things really going on. I lose track, actually, of the number of partners that have committed once again to supporting the show. It's always great when they do. There's a gentleman in here with a drill. What are you drilling? Can I borrow you for a second?
Yes, just for a second.
So I'm guessing by the fact that there's nothing on the wall that you're just starting. Is that right?
No, I'm not starting. I'm just putting on some projectors, and we make a video projection here.
Okay. So tell me a little bit more about that. What are you going to be doing?
We are showing what our system Motion Cutter is doing. It's a laser cutting system, and we have on the one hand, on the side, we have the pure white, simple out of paper laser cut products,
Yep.
and in the center we show how they got produced.
Sounds fascinating. And can I just say, for the benefit of the camera, he's not actually this tall. There is a ladder here as well.
I am.
Thank you very much indeed. I'll leave you to it. So there we are. We're just sort of wandering around as everybody's getting in the final bits of setup. To a certain extent, I'm seeing it for the first time as well. We're going to wander back this way, see what else we can see. It's always this poor lady. I'm following her around with her brush. She keeps staring at me. We've got all sorts of things. So do you want to spin around and just have a look at the space that we've got here? There's obviously going to be a reception here. I think this is for the morning. I'm not sure what time the show starts tomorrow, but I think it's around about 11. We've got some great keynote speakers coming up tomorrow. Chris Perez-Brown is speaking tomorrow, and I saw him in Orlando with his Upping Your Elvis keynote speech, which was amazing. So I'm looking forward to seeing Chris again tomorrow, maybe catch a few words with him before he goes on stage. He's a great speaker. But you can see the Skodix down there. Lots of things. It's always amazes me every year that there's something new to see. And that's the whole point, is that we're bringing forward more innovation every year. We're going to catch this lady again with her brush. So I think, let's have a look at this. This is brilliant. I don't know whether you can see, just make that out on the camera, just quite how wonderful that print finish is. They do some amazing stuff. There's some labels here. Oh, playing cards. We could play poker. In fact, we could fix the cards so that they actually... Do you remember the casino in Orlando that we didn't actually win any money in? We could actually fix the playing cards here and no, maybe not. That would be wrong. We won't do that. That would be wrong. Boys and girls at home. That's not a good idea at all. So I think that's probably as much as we can show you this evening, because everybody else has disappeared upstairs to the bar. And we'll just wander back down and maybe finish at the Dscoop area where we started. And welcome you back tomorrow. We've got 2 or 3 sessions tomorrow with the live streaming, which is always good fun. It's more fun watching you walk backwards without falling over. I think that's a particular skill. You can't see this young man at home. He's behind the camera and he's got a look on his face that says, please don't trip up, please don't trip up. But he's not going to, because he's good. He's professional. So we're just going to wander back into this area. This is the Dscoop Lounge. This is where all the important people will be tomorrow, having a great time and learning a little bit more about everything that's on offer. We're going to go over now to the logo and maybe finish on that point. And I'm going to stand right in front of it to get the message. What do we put? Oh, the beer. I'd forgotten about the beer. There's something, somebody said to me, there's beer in the fridge. Let's go and have a look. This is a bit weird that there's a fridge just standing in the corner on its own, but come and have a look what we've got here. We've got our own beer, and there's only us here. That means it's for us. How many do you think we can have each before it really gets into trouble? I don't actually know what it is. Can you see that? I haven't got my glasses on. Edge beer. That's brilliant. I think that's the perfect way to end. So I'm going to take that. I'm going to take that and maybe go and do some important research. It's not drinking, ladies and gentlemen, it's research. But I'm going to enjoy it on your behalf. And I'm going to wish you a very pleasant evening, and we'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Good night.